language. But this is just another game that was starting to mold in my old download folders, and I wanted to see what it was. So we're gonna start. This tells me nothing. Okay, there you go. Okay. Let's hope I can do this and not make an ass of myself. Alright, there's nobody else it seems. That's good. Perhaps we're the first of the season to come mushrooming here. Mushrooming. Okay, get your kid high off those shrooms. Haha. I know I forced you a bit to come, and I'm sorry. But you looked like you could really have a bit of fresh air. Sure. Whatever. This was me whenever I did car trips when I was like 12. I'm reenacting my most cringy self. Let's get going. It's a season for penny buns. You'll have to look for these. If you don't recognize a mushroom you find, just show me and we'll have a look together. I like this grandma. She's nicer than my grandma. She's cooler than my grandma. Thanks for coming with me, by the way. Grandma's not as flexible anymore. It's pretty tough for me to pick up those mushrooms. I like the graphic design in this game. Like, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be played in a smaller screen or something, but I like the way that they do trees. I say nothing. I'm like an Oxenfree when Alex has the strong and silent achievement. I just refuse to say anything. You're even wearing a hoodie. Sure. I said a word. A word, I say. Should you go slower for me? Remember when we came here when you were younger and to build huts and everything? Remember someone built me a treehouse when I was a kid? Never had anything built for me. Like, I had stuff bought for me. So, I guess I'm just a spoiled brat, but I never had anything built for me. That was a long time ago. Bruh, you're like 16 max. Do not judge your grandma for what you did 6 years ago when she was better. Such a nice morning, isn't it? A bit early, I'd say. Silly. I played this song when I was a kid. I wonder where it's coming from. I think it's from the music. There's no one else in my house that plays piano. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe it's not quite right. I remember this passage well. So how's your new room, by the way? I don't really care. Did I move? Wonder, moving's hard. What do you mean you don't care? How come you don't care about your new room? I mean, it's fine. Get off my back. Don't bother me about things that hurt. Don't make me talk to you about things I don't want to, because that just makes them more real. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Alright then. Grandma's chill. She lets me not talk about things when I don't want to. Always give your friends space if they don't want to talk about something and you're sure they're not endangering themselves. Okay? Like, don't be afraid to push, but make sure not to pry for too many things. None of us are speaking now. You okay, sweetie? I hope so. Oh, hey. Oh, mushroom. Wow, you already found one. You're really taking this seriously, huh? You just can't see. Not surprised. You always like to make a challenge out of things. Don't worry, though. If you don't find enough penny buns, Granny's got some ideas for what to eat this evening. Let's see now. What do we have here? Man, this grandma's the best. To have someone like this. Who's kind of peacefully caring. I have my dad, but at the same time, I always feel I have to measure up to him, or he's judging me. Even for the silliest things, it's like, I try to show him music sometimes, and I'll make jokes, and I know it's his nature, but at the same time it feels like a test, and I'm on the losing end of it. Well, it seems you're good with this one. Great job. Hey, but don't forget, if you're not sure if you have the right species, always check with someone before you eat them. Mushrooms can be really dangerous. Grandma doesn't want you to get ill. If Grandma dies, I'm gonna stab someone. Alright, let's go look for some more. This is a nice family. My family is obsessed with money. Like, all my relatives are pretty fucking wealthy. At the same time, they're always obsessed with making more and more, and I don't know why. They always want to spend everything. I don't know. I just hope my parents make enough to retire, but I doubt anyone will. Not right now, at least. Not right now. It's just, they're so obsessed with it, and they, like, make a whole point of eating in fancy places, and I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get how they can manage to not spend their wealth on, like, good things, like giving really big tips or funding people who aren't able to afford things. I should probably do that, but I'm not a millionaire, so, like, there's that. I miss the dialogue. I don't know. And they're back. I don't know what I just did, and I'm very sorry, Grandma. I just wanted to talk. It seems people already got their mushrooms here. I can't see any in the vicinity. We're probably too late already, Grandma. Don't give up just yet, sweetie. Grandma's sure we can still find a whole lot. Just want relatives who care more. Like this Grandma. She's good. So, tell me what's going on. It's nothing. That always means something. Sweetie, listen. You know, Grandma knows you since the very moment you were born. I can tell one of my sweeties struggling with something. It's only been a few months since we moved, and I'm already losing sight of my friends. I just miss them a lot. I've never moved. I know what that's like. We still chat regularly. It's really not the same. I don't think I have enough friends that would be really impacted when I move. And the friends I have are terrible at keeping in touch with. My whole modus operandi is, as soon as they're not in the vicinity, I don't need to talk to them as much. Like, outside of school, I don't feel the need to hang out with friends that much. I just like to be alone. And, I don't know. Most of them don't reach out, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. We're still good friends, it's just, if they left, I wouldn't be that sad. I don't know. Maybe it's an emotional disconnect thing. I've just never been sad when I've been separated from people. I can think of only maybe one person I'd be really sad if they died, like, to the point of my own detriment. The rest I just feel guilty for not feeling sad enough. Do you play that blocky building game with them anymore as you used to? Tetris? Well, it's not as fun now that I'm not around and stuff. There are new in-jokes I don't get because I missed something that happened offline, things like that. How about your new school, though? Haven't you made any new friends there? I'd have missed the first month of school because of us moving house, so I don't feel as though I'm really part of my class. I kind of feel like I don't belong there, I guess? I mean, it may not have been the first couple months, but I did miss, like, 7 weeks of school. No, more than that. Like, a solid half a semester. Most people didn't care. Just told them I went to college. Went to UCLA. I mean, it wasn't a lie. They believed it. They didn't ask me questions. Not even my friends. But I don't know. I say that a lot. I don't know much. It's a way of my compensating for when I try to sound smart, is admitting that I don't really know what I'm talking about. Or when I'm sad I can't find a conclusion. Have you told your mom and dad all about this? I don't really want to talk to them, if that's okay. Sweetie, of course that's okay. You know I worry about you, and since we don't see each other so often, I worry even more. If you tell me what's going on, I can maybe help you. So thank you for telling me about this. God, Grandma's awesome. She'd be a good therapist. But it's like, sometimes you just don't know what to say or how to say it properly. The words don't come out. Or if they do, they come out all jumbled, and then you freak out because you think you're saying the wrong thing. And it might be right in your head, but it certainly sounds wrong when it comes out of your mouth. I'd like to get wrapped around one of the ways they draw those trees. Like, inside this sort of leafy sunset. Wait, what? Oh shit. Am I going to a graveyard? Because if I am, I swear to God. I can't say I've ever lost anyone important to me. Again, there's like the one person I'd really care about if they died. My mom, she dealt with breast cancer when I was 12. Same time I went to the hospital. I didn't go there because of my mom. It was like my own issues, but all I can remember is not caring as much as I should have and feeling awful for that. Just because she hurt me. I'm starting to realize that's not my fault. That I didn't care as much as I feel like I should have. Hey, Grandma. Hi, sweetie, how's it going? God, it's in all caps. I'm fine, thanks for lending me your car. I'll be home soon. Good. Did it still drive okay? Sure. It's a bit cold, though, so it took some time to start is all. I went to the forest where we always came to pick mushrooms, you know. Ah, great. It's been a while since we did so, but with my leg I can't really come, right? Well, tell me when you come back, okay? Sure. Bye. Bye, Grandma. Talk to you soon. Yep. Bye. Okay, bye, Grandma. Grandma's like me every time when I was a kid I tried to get off the phone. It was always a challenge to see who'd stay up last. It's like those I love you more things you do. Did you ever read that story? Right in with the mom saying, I'll love you to the moon and back. The kid said they'd love her to the moon. No. Can't say if either one of those is true. For me. How about we get a nice cup of chocolate milk when we get home, alright? I've played this song, and now it's just getting annoying. You mushroom. Because I know this phrase. I've played it constantly. Welcome back, dearie. So what's this now? This one's a bit too spoiled. I don't think we can eat it. Don't worry, we'll find plenty more that'll be tastier. Alright, let's look for some more of them. It's like nicer Stardew Valley. Not in the sense of like, well, just nicer in the sense of calming, I guess. Stardew Valley's calming, but it's also stressful. You have to keep on watching the clock. There's no time here. I'm infinitely less successful, but there's no time. It's one less thing I have to worry about. Since the forest fire years ago, they decided to actually take care of it nowadays. Wish that was true. You might not remember it, but this place used to look quite different. With time and care, the forest became healthy again, and now people can hardly remember the way it looked back then. I want that. A forest that heals. Our forests are dying. Giant fucking fires. What's this now? Ah, that's also a penny bun. Just take that part off of it. The rest can be eaten without a problem. Good job, sweetie. Right, let's look for some more out there. What do we have here? Ah, that's also a penny bun. You're worried about those rotten parts, right? It's okay, look, we just remove this part and voila. Another one for us to eat. Good go us. Right, let's look for some more of them. I wish I could take off the rotten bits of my life, leave only the good bits. Wish I could go back and take my memories and add sugar to them. Rather than leave them the way they are. Our memories change though. It's like, if you ever read Flowers for Algernon, the whole thing is that it's true. It's that our memories are shaped by who we are now. So the way I remember things 20 years from now is going to be different from the way I remember things now, even if it's the same event. Hey, sweetie, what the fuck? I guess I'll just miss some dialogue. But yeah, so I'll remember things differently. I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons I want to make these, is to, just for myself, to see the way I thought back then. What's up, sweetie? Mom's room isn't done yet. me just a ride. She said she was going to sleep in my room until hers was done. But it's been months now and the workers aren't coming any longer, so I don't think her bedroom will be done anytime soon. Because of this, I can't put all my stuff in my room, so I have to leave things with Dad in the old house. It's unfair that I can't have all my stuff in my room because they were fighting all the time. I'm missing my friends, had to miss the first day of new school, so I don't know anyone. Mom wakes me up when she goes to bed late. It's not cool that they do this to me, I think. You don't need to think, you're right. It's not cool. So I should be grateful for the things we have. All I have is my friends and Dad being at the other end of the world, slowly forgetting about me. You have your grandma. You have this forest. Sweetie, they won't ever forget you. I don't know. I don't think they'll remember a lot of things. I don't remember a lot about my friends from when I was young. I sort of remember them based on things other people have told me. But I do think they had an impact on who I am. At least a little bit. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm just trying to give them more credit than they deserve. Maybe I'm trying to make myself feel better about the fact that I can never remember the names of those I knew before, even the people who were most important to me. Don't worry, it'll all be fine once the dust settles. In the meantime, I'm here for you. You're doing amazingly well, you know. You are. Despite what you're going through. It'll all turn out fine, you'll see. Come on, chin up, sweetie. Let's walk to take our minds off things a bit. Walking takes our minds off things all the time. Walking, I don't know why, it's just the perfect time to think. Before I was born, the area above my house was supposed to be all forest, according to my dad. I wish I'd seen that. I wish I'd been able to see it before the condos and just the roads and the condos and the busy life. But I don't know. Maybe it's that whole not in my backyard thing. I feel like other people don't have a spot in a place because I happen to be lucky enough to get there first. Which is a dumb way to think of things, I know. But I think people take it for granted sometimes how amazing it is up here. And they shouldn't. But I'm the one who misses out because some dumb contractor decided 13 years ago to build in the most earthquake unfriendly place on Earth, because of course no one's gonna get hurt there. I also don't live with any snow. We're feeling the brunt of the heat just coming off right now. It's really nice. But everything's better when it's cold. Like, maybe not unbearably cold, but like listening to music is better when it's cold, and eating good food is better when it's cold, because most good food's warm. And going to bed under piles of blankets because you need pressure to sleep is better when it's cold. I don't know. Things are better when you're not acutely aware of all the ways your body's sticking to itself and is fucking disgusting. The heat just makes me more aware of how much I hate my body. It also makes me, like, it also makes me less brain functioning. So instead, my brain functioning is just unpleasant. I don't feel all that great. It's not seasonal affect disorder or anything, it's just a simple fact. I love the smell of the pine forest. It might be my favorite smell. It reminds me of the pine honey I used to have at home. Pine honey sounds delicious. Definitely the best honey in my book. Are the trees getting larger? Is it the same walk? Does it matter? Maybe they're all different walks. Same time period. Same year. Different walks. Nope, same walk. We're nearing the lake, it seems. Wish I could sing. Wish I could do anything involving art. I'm the most uncreative person you ever met. I just interject my own opinions into other people's. It's not very fair to them. Remember what I told you about the day I arrived in the country for the first time? Yeah? Before I arrived, I'd never seen any snow in my life. When I grew up, the only place you'd see any snow was in the crushed ice with some sugary syrup. So when I arrived here, seeing all the snow everywhere around me, Grandma totally couldn't resist eating as much of the icy sweetness lying around everywhere. That was back in a time before all the snow was covered in dirt and shit. So what happened? Well, obviously, I had a stomachache for days, see? That was my introduction to this cold, snowy country. After I got better, however, I didn't lose my appetite for some nice ice cream once every so often. I'll have ice cream every day. Indulge yourself. Slowly, with time, I learned to live in such a different country, made new friends. And I even met Grandpa here. I'm sure you'll be able to find your place at your new school. I know you're trying to make me feel better, but it just reminds me of all the times that people have told me, like, I could have had it worse than I did before for some reason or another. And they'd always use that, their own life experiences, which were always worse, as a way of demonstrating that. I just ended up comparing myself to people more and more, and reducing my own problems until I thought they were insignificant and stupid. And they weren't, and they still aren't, but I have to keep telling myself that, because it's hard not to be convinced by that sort of thing, not to reduce your own problems, because if you want to be a good person, then why do you make other people work hard to help you? It's better to just suck it up. That's what people said, that's what I thought. It's not right. No. Well, some struggles are more intense, I guess. Some struggles are more objectively bad, but that doesn't make things any less hard when you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with. It just makes it different. It makes it a different experience, but not one that's any more or less worthy. So, I don't know. Try to make your kid feel better, but at the same time understand you'll never quite understand how they feel, even if you went through the same thing. It's the hedgehog's dilemma or something. It's that no one can truly understand another person. Oh, no, it's not the hedgehog's dilemma. It's the idea that there's a me that exists in your mind and a you that exists in mine, and we're all based on each other's experiences. So the way you view me is based on your own experiences. The way I view you is based on my experiences. And they're never going to be the same, but we try to understand the person as much as we can. So that's what you should do. Just try to understand them. Maybe not necessarily try to relate to them, Sometimes that helps. Just try to understand them, try to listen. Because often they're more right than you are about what they're going through. They always are, actually. Well, we reached the birdwatching cabin. Shall we head back? Do you think we have enough mushrooms? Let's see. Seems we've only found 3, but that's okay. This we can make a nice risotto. Nice. Yes, very nice. Let's head home then. Sorry, I only found 3. I'm not very good at looking. Wonder where I am. I like the cold, but snow was never my thing. Snow was hard and uncomfortable. Never got to make that big of snow angels when I was a kid. It always seemed clean, but it was really, really dirty. Never had a Christmas morning where it snowed. That'd be cool. Hey, Grandma. Hi, sweetie. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'll be coming home soon. Okay, I was starting to worry. You don't have to, though. I'm doing fine. Well, I'm just not used to you driving, you know. We'll get home soon, okay? I'll make you a nice cup of hot cocoa. Awesome. I'll be right there, Grandma. Guess the grandma's the one that cared for him till the end. In honor of my grandmother. Game by Florian Veltman. Guess this is their own life. This is what I played. Claude Debussy's Arabesque No. 1. Thank you to the people organizing the Wild Rumpus for encouraging me. Thank you everyone who helped me by playtesting the game and helping me improve the experience. Special thanks to Alice Pessy. Extra special thanks to you for spending some time with something I made. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for giving me something I can think through. This game is a tribute to the people who gave us the time and space we need as a child. Yeah. We need so much as children that we don't get because adults forget, or adults do the same thing their parents did. And the people who manage to know the right way to do things and know how to be caring and know how to help kids, because the way isn't sternness or anger, whipping someone into shape. It's sympathy. It's understanding that we haven't figured things out yet, and they shouldn't tell us the way things are, but they should help us along the way. And just the people who let us learn who we are without making us them.